Earth was the only place where life existed, then you are quite mistaken. There's life on Mars, though at a microbial level. Admittedly, there's been a lot of back and forth from NASA and some alien hunters on the truth of this. As the debate rages on, at Top 5's Finest, we show you 5 mysterious things in Mars caught on camera by NASA. Let's begin. Number 5. Marshenge. You must have guessed the source of this name by now. Does the Stonehenge from Wiltshire, England ring a bell? At this point, it must have crossed your mind that the Stonehenge from Britain was first built by aliens who were first living on Earth. Too late, the alien hunters had already proposed that. The experts don't agree. Science shows that natural processes can cause rocks to form in circles. The author of UFO Investigations Manual agrees. He said that it was quite a huge leap of imagination to compare Marshenge with the likes of Stonehenge. With the mystery that lies in Mars, there's really no way of knowing what these really are. They could even be random stones cast by Marsquakes, you know, the equivalent of earthquakes. Number 4. An alien skull. Perhaps Bigfoot. In the alien hunter's world, this is called an alien skull. It is no ordinary alien skull, but is one that looks like Bigfoot. All the speculation arose from the YouTube channel Paranormal Crucible, where they wrote, "Strange artifact found by the rover appears to resemble a large skull, obviously alien in nature." The speculation is that it could be Bigfoot or a bizarre Martian creature. Who knows? Maybe we will find out in 20 years later from now. Number 3. The classic face on Mars. If you don't know it yet, the face on Mars shocked the world in 1976. Its fame is evident by the television, movies, and books that have been written about it. Unlike most photos taken from space and used by alien conspiracies, this one was not quickly dismissed. It was thought, by at least at the time, that the face on Mars could be a potential alien relic. NASA was quite quick to refute the assumptions, stating that the illusion was created by shadows and a light. The public could hear none of it, but held to the fact that it was an alien civilization. In 1998, more details were taken on the face of Mars, and it was confirmed to just be an optical illusion. Number 2. Barack Obama's face. This one is quite funny, but must be included. Barack Obama's head. Really? In 2005, UFO experts zoomed on a rock that appeared in a strange way to look like Obama's head. The image was caught by NASA's Spirit rover, which had been stuck on Mars without signal since 2009 and started being active in 2010. The rock from which the image was taken is believed to be part of a statue. Scott Waring of the UFO Sightings blog says that it is a full statue, buried from the shoulders. Some cheeky alien hunter must have digitally altered the image and cleaned it up using a computer program and claimed to have found Obama's face. Very naughty indeed. Number 1. Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Conspiracy theorists really shocked Earthlings on this one in 2015 when they saw the Star Destroyer from Star Wars on Mars. Though NASA is usually silent on such matters in a way that adds speculation to the theory that they are covering up proof of an alien civilization, this one they had to respond. One of their scientists working on the Mars Curiosity project dispelled this when he stated that Mars could support life, but only at a microbial level. I know, it's a bummer for all those planning to move there. Scientists attribute this seeing of objects on Mars to a mind trick they call pareidolia. Tell that to the alien hunters if you dare.
Shape, but also the size. These are too large to be transported by wind. The consensus of the science team is that these are water-transported gravels in a vigorous stream.
When we looked at the layer with our high-resolution Mastcam camera, we found that it was comprised of sand grains and small pebbles that had become cemented to form a hard layer. Here, you can see a pebble that is 3 centimeters in diameter, so smaller than a ping-pong ball. This suggests that this layer is an ancient gravel deposit. The surprising thing is that when we looked at the pebbles closely, we discovered that many of them were quite well rounded. This is very different to the many angular clasts that usually litter the Martian surface. On Earth, rounded pebbles are a common telltale sign of rocks that have been transported by water, for example in a river or a stream. As water flows over a riverbed, if the flow strength is great enough, the pebbles are lifted up into the flow or rolled along the riverbed, and they become pounded and battered against each other, and this causes them to become rounded through time. So what we think we might be seeing here on Mars is an ancient riverbed with the pebble beds representing old stream deposits. The size of the pebbles tells us that these rocks could not have been transported by the wind.
Share with you today that we now have full confidence that there is methane occasionally present in the atmosphere of Mars, and that there are organics preserved in ancient rocks on Mars in certain places. This is important. Methane in the atmosphere and organics in ancient rocks are important because they are chemically reduced molecules. On terrestrial planets, they compete for destruction with other kinds of molecules that are more oxidizing. And their preservation and occurrence is a certain matter of luck, for which science must provide a search paradigm in order to better understand how these materials are produced and where they go. But most importantly, they can both be consistent with the former presence of life, or the existing presence of life.
This was an ancient environment with the right elements, minerals indicating a near neutral environment, and slightly salty liquid water. All the prerequisites to support life, a habitable environment.
I think we have found a habitable environment that is so benign and supportive of life that probably if this water was around and you had been on the planet, you would have been able to drink it.
So although at this point in the mission we can't conclude that there was definitively life on Mars, the SAM discoveries have really shown us that all of the basic ingredients for life were there, including complex organic compounds, the building blocks of life. Now with the detection of organics in Gale Crater, the probability that Gale Crater Lake could have supported life goes up.
Mars is very Earth-like, or at least used to be very Earth-like. It is a planet, sister planet to Earth. It is the most likely planet in our solar system that had life at one time, may have life now, and we feel definitely can sustain life. So that's the reason we chose it. It's definitely one about survival of the species, if you will. You know, the more we can expand humanity across the solar system, the more we're going to understand.